side, Balmain. They had some injury problems down at Penrith on Sunday. Dropping back to second row is Keevil. He's partnered by Kane. Roach comes back into the side. They're coached, of course, by Frank Stanton. Onto the Canberra team, and the 4 former Balmain players are marked there for you. Captained by Alan McMahon, Percy Knight at 5/8, Gary Spears second row, David Grant in the front row, and they're coached by Don Ferner.
And I guess it'll be rather difficult for you to lean one way or the other tonight, Keith.
Yes, well, there's certainly plenty of Tigers on display out there. A lot of personal pride in the performances of players out there this evening, and there could be a pretty firing opening for Chris Ward to handle. Bad mistake by young James Bell, a very inexperienced youngster. Player with plenty of promise, but this is a big occasion for him out there this evening.
First scrum of the match going down in the opening seconds. And O'Sullivan, the Canberra half, works it. Won by the Tigers, and going to the open side is Lane. Greg Lane. And playing it back to Bridge. And Gary Bridge now plays the ball. Again, it's Lane on the 22 line, with Balmain exhibiting a couple of speedy men to take it away from their own line, in contrast to what might have been the plans in days gone by, with the big slower forwards taking it out. Gary Jack's kick has been charged down. Now that ball is still alive as they charge for it, and Bridge had to take it across the dead ball line. That would have been a lot closer than Frank Stanton would have hoped.
Yes, certainly. The pass went back to Gary Bridge, and it took him a long time to clear the line there. And Canberra getting up very quickly. Charged down. It could have been... well, Balmain were lucky to get away with it.
Well, the point is that it was still very much in play, with the charge down of the rising ball not being a knock-on. And had John Hardy dived on it, it would well have been a Canberra try. That's Gary Spears hitting it up. Taken by Roach and Keevil, and Canberra are only 10 metres out from the line as the second rower Sam Bacco is again taken down by Whittaker and Roach. It's spun to the left, and O'Sullivan steps and gets inside one, but then it was almost a comical incident. It appeared that he was tackled by Percy Knight from behind through Gitto. It's gone out and picked up by Blacklock. Blacklock sandwiched there by Pierce Lowe, and it was Bridge over the top. This is the last for Canberra. Knight puts the bomb up. Gary Jack, not much pressure there. Yes, there is. By golly, there's a try coming through here for the Canberra number 2, Steve Keir. Steve Keir has scored. Well, Gary Jack appeared to have ample time, but that ball... And twice he's come out on top. A drop out by McMahon. No wind assistance, as I said earlier. And Bell, the Balmain wing three-quarter, has had less than a happy start to this match. In fact, tackled and losing it in the tackle. He was hit by John Hardy. So that lad's confidence would be well and truly on a down, I would think. O'Sullivan finds an opening, skirts through it. He's away. He's got about 35 metres to go. Picks up Blacklock. Blacklock's inside the 22. Got a flick pass to O'Callaghan, and Canberra's in for their second try. Oh, brilliant flick pass by Ray Blacklock after O'Sullivan. The proper pass there. There was certainly some brittleness in the Canberra defence on the left. The up and under by Lane, and it's a fair ball for Canberra. Blacklock asked to play it by referee Chris Ward. Well, what a shock score, 10-0. Canberra, for the benefit of our New Zealand viewers and our Queensland viewers, maybe, aren't aware that they won their first away game this year a few weeks back against Cronulla. They've won 2 other matches this year and are doing very well. Here's an overlap as Gilbert gallops down over the halfway. Lane's in pursuit. Blacklock's got a float it infield. He does that, picks up O'Callaghan. The fullback's in for his second try. He almost got a push from Gitto, but he's over to put it down. Canberra has scored their 3rd try and lead by 14. And he's hit over the top by Hemsley and underneath by Whittaker. Hoffman is the dummy half, fed back for the kick now. Hemsley tries to charge it down. He's had a couple of goes at McMahon. He's missed his mark twice now, Kerry. And that was nicely taken by Gary Jack. He's chased by the replacement winger in 16, Ian Hamilton. but Jay Hoffman was there in the centre of the field to make the tackle. Number 15 is Ryan for Balmain, and he's galloped into an opening. Here comes Lane. He's very fast, the little man. They're closing quickly. He's got 5 to go. He's in. Lane is in for Balmain under the upright. Balmain have struck back.
Gitto and Hardy making the tackle. This is Roach. Lane, Hemsley.
And a good pass by Hemsley. There goes Wayne Pearce. He's got 35. Here's Lane again. He's inside the 22. They won't catch him. The same man chases and misses again. Lane has gone in to score again under the uprights. That was beautiful football by... That pass, I thought, was forward to Gary Spears. Hoffman. Knight. Calling players around him. Here goes O'Sullivan again. He's 35 metres out. Finds on the inside Gilbert, and he's tackled down on the Balmain 22 line. Ashley Gilbert. Filipina. Lane. Whittaker. Lane again. Sees an opening. Decides against it. Gives it to Bridge. On to Hemsley. And now to Pearce. Wasn't it a good pass? And flying for the corner is Lawson. Balmain's in for their 3rd try. And they've hit the lead. 18 points to 16.
Following injury. Lane. Bridge. Miranda. Lane. Hemsley. Did well to Pearce. Now to Lawson. Lawson's around his man, but coming from behind, Steve Keir is able to eventually pull him down. Last tackle for Balmain. Lane through Kane. Hemsley running out very wide, picking up Gary Jack. He's got a support in the shape of Filipina. There's a try coming up if Filipina can go onwards, but it's a forward pass. Forward. Very high-scoring game in the first 40 minutes. Has come back to a more realistic battle in the 12 minutes following. O'Sullivan with a big dummy, darting into an opening, giving it to Gary Spears, and Spears is in for Canberra. Spears in to score. O'Sullivan again, the destroyer. But he's certainly getting back to his best now with Canberra.
So Ron Gitto converts in Canberra. Original incident. That being a knock-on by Balmain. O'Sullivan to the open side.
It's a good scrum win for Canberra then. I wouldn't imagine that they'll play the ball down here for too long.
This fellow has got through plenty of work. The Canberra block forward, Ashley Gilbert, runs very strongly. Percy Knight. Beautiful ball. Here's Gary Spears again, coming to the halfway. He's beaten Gary Jack. He's looking for somebody with pace. He's found O'Sullivan, but O'Sullivan has tackled 30 metres out. But Balmain at the moment at 6s and 7s. The quick play, the ball on the spread now. It's with Percy Knight back into the centre of the ground. John Hardy, a quick pass from Jay Hoffman, picking up Sam Bacco, then to Ron Gitto. It's now with O'Callaghan, the fullback, and he's tackled. A lot of ball passing with no gain in ground. But Ryan, Bridge, Filipina. 22 points to 18 in favour of Canberra. Tony Keeble down to Neil Whittaker, and a pass down to Gary Bridge. O'Sullivan comes away with it for Canberra, heading off into an open space, cutting back infield, now looking for support, finds Percy Knight. He can't run at all. O'Callaghan's taken it into Balmain's territory. Tackled by Lawson, 10 metres on Balmain's side of the halfway. It's out with Percy Knight, calling players around him still, and taking it ahead was Steve Keir. Just over 60 seconds of the 3rd quarter remaining, as Hoffman gives it to Spears. And referee Chris Ward has told Canberra to play the ball. O'Sullivan. Pass in field to Gilbert. Lost behind and dived on by a Canberra player. Bacco up to the 22 line. Offers the pass. Picked up by McMahon. Flicks it back inside to Knight. On the outside to O'Callaghan. And the last tackle. Percy Knight saying to Alan McMahon, you take the bomb. Here's McMahon with it now. High kick. Jack getting under it. Defence converging. Jack has put it down. And let's see who's got it. I do believe Balmain have it. Gary Bridge. And a penalty inside the 5 against Canberra.
Canberra certainly throwing plenty at Balmain now, because they obviously feel that another try in the dying stages of this third quarter could virtually wrap up the game for them. They've gone close on a couple of occasions. Balmain's defence is their big worry.
So the free kick to be taken by Gary Bridge. The siren has sounded to end the third quarter. Greg Lane, a chip, and Wayne Pearce went through after it. The ball still loose, and there's the tackle effected now. And so at three-quarter time, Canberra lead Balmain by 22 points to 18. Hemsley. Canberra is taking Keith Point just that fraction further. Have seen to it in Elias almost making a break. Canberra have seen to it that those two players Keith were talking about, Gitto and McMahon, have always been on opposite sides of the field. And taken by Wayne Pearce, given to Miranda, and back inside to Bellamy for Canberra. Gitto.
Performance by Canberra, because they have committed themselves to defence much better than Balmain. Certainly they had a tremendous start, leading by 16 points to nil, but then when Balmain hit back in that second quarter, you could anticipate that maybe the boys from the country would fold, but there's a lot of experience in the side, and Donny Fernand got them back onto the rails at half-time, and they were rewarded with a very good try in that third quarter.
So in this match tonight, something we haven't mentioned is the fact that Don Ferner has made himself a candidate for the representative coaching position, and with a win over Cronulla and possibly one here tonight over the Australian coach Frank Stanton's side, it places further credentials alongside the name of Don Ferner. So Hoffman to play. McMahon grub kicking and finding touch just a couple of metres on his side of the halfway mark.
Certainly Balmain's last opportunity.
Penalty to Balmain. Siren must be only seconds away. Gary Bridge will find touch as far downfield as he can. His kick has crossed the touch line, only about 6 metres upfield, however. Greg Lane to take the tap. First man up is Schofield. There's the siren sounding, and the referee has called time, and Canberra have won their second match.